Marie has mentioned some books have these dust covers. I didn't read this. Oh my goodness.
Something we can all learn. Aloha everybody, welcome to another episode of Hawaiiverse Spotlight, filmed and edited by our amazing partners, Propeller USA. We're here outside of Natalie's house and she's gonna offer her home to us to meet Kim. She's a certified KonMari expert, and basically, if you don't know what that means, just look it up online. She's a professional organizer and she is gonna help us clean up and organize Natalie's house and help her find some peace during these troubling times. So I'm excited to learn more about this, so let's get going.
Hey, Kamaka.
Aloha, Natalie.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having us. For those who don't know, Natalie is Hawaiiverse's Director of Communication, and it's actually our first time meeting. Because of COVID, everything's done online, so it's nice to meet you. All right, so let's get to work.
Hello.
Hi. Come on in.
This is for you. I give this to everybody that I come to their home for the first time. It's a gift that won't sit on your shelves, and so hopefully you'll enjoy it and it doesn't linger and clutter up the home.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So thank you so much for coming. This was the area that I felt would be best to address just because it's so random in the sense of what is all here. It's a catch-all when you come in, dump some things. I was telling Kamaka a little earlier, but this is where I feel like I could use a lot of help and has a lot of potential to be something nice to look at for friends, family, even anyone that's in and around.
Well, don't feel nervous. Everybody feels nervous initially, and I think we should get started because this needs
Some work.
some love. With books, basically if you've read your book, it can only give you so much. Marie has mentioned some books have these dust covers, and these dust covers are actually more for, I didn't read this. Oh my goodness, sorry. It's I'm sorry, I did not
Something
know.
we can all learn.
I misplaced. I should have censored this.
Well, it is censored. It is censored, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
so back to dust covers, they're meant more for attracting people to buy the book. And so one visual that is, a choice is actually once you've decided what your books are all-stars and what you're keeping, is actually getting rid of the dust cover, and they look actually so nice without dust covers sometimes, so it's an option. To tackle this project today, we do need to take everything off of this shelf and touch everything and hone in on what's going to be your all-star books.
I'm excited to get started.
So Kamaka, you hand Natalie one book at a time, and she's going to touch and feel it, and although it's been on the shelf, she's kind of waking it up, and she's kind of working on honing her feeling on the book itself, because these categories that we start with lead up to the harder categories, which are more at the end sentimentals. So the clothing, the books, next is papers. So papers here will not be put back on the bookcase. That's another category. And after papers, we go into kimono, and kimono is everything else outside of these categories, and then sentimentals is last because it's the hardest. But by sentimentals and going through these things, you should have honed your skill a little bit on truly
Understanding
what is,
what it is.
Sparking joy for me, and do I see this in my life moving forward?
Yes.
Keep.
Keep. Definite keep. I love this.
I'll take that from you,
Thank
and
you.
then you
Is
can.
that swipe right?
Yeah, that's a swipe right.
So how did you get started doing this?
Going with my mom to open houses. The real estate background kind of runs in our history. I decided I'm gonna do interior design, and I went to Chaminade. And then fast forward, in 2014, I believe, is when I walked into Costco and I saw Marie Kondo's book. And I was like, now I'm a new mom, I have these children, nobody's putting things away. So I picked up the book and I started reading it, started implementing it for the first 2 categories, and life kind of got in the way and I kind of stopped. Fast forward 2019, I started looking into, hey, I wonder if I can be a consultant. I wonder if I could take her class. So I looked it up, and come September 2019, I flew out to Santa Monica, California. I asked my husband if it could be my birthday present.
Wow, so this is really recent.
Yeah, pretty recent.
And you seem really passionate about what you do, and it is making an impact on people's lives and homes, and yeah, focusing our time over here where most of our time is spent is definitely very important. So I like your name of your business, Spark Joy with Aloha, with him.
Yes.
And so why did you choose that?
Well, Spark Joy is Marie Kondo's term, and then with Aloha, with Aloha is of course tying in Hawaii, because I am locally born and raised gal, and I just kind of wanted to add that flavor to Spark Joy.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go. Yeah, look how clean and organized it is. Yeah. Well, don't block the shot. You need to see. Kim wants to show us one final thing.
I did want to show one thing that Marie Kondo does in the course, and I wanted to carry it through into my own business as well, but she walks through the whole ballroom and she uses a tuning fork and a crystal. And the crystal, this particular crystal, is clear quartz, and what it does is it brings balance and gets rid of negativity.
It's made it very clear for me what the value is of something like this, and sometimes it just takes like a little prod, and I'm welcoming it, and I'm really thankful that you're here to help me.
Thank you.
Well, that's awesome.
Thank you for letting me in your home.
I need to go home and reflect on my life in my house and all that stuff. So again, mahalo for sharing all of that with us. That's all the time we have right here for this Hawaiiverse Spotlight. Mahalo to Natalie, our Hawaiiverse Ohana, for welcoming us into her house and allowing us to get this awesome moment. So if you want to learn more about Spark Joy with Aloha, go check out Kim on Hawaiiverse.com. You can see her discount. And I'm your host, Kamaka Diaz. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, everything, YouTube. This has been another episode of Hawaiiverse Spotlight, and we'll see you next time. Ahui ho.